Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. I am just going to get this one moving around. I'm actually going to have to switch it off to be able to do that bit. I'm going to just manually go over and do the tiny little bit that is left on this corner right here. And then we can leave the hired help, hopefully, to go and finish the rest of the turning up here. And we can turn our attention to things that are happening further down the hill. We're going to get the rake going next. That's our very next task that we want to do. And then as soon as that rake is underway, we can follow it pretty much immediately with the baler and start the baler doing all of the baling tasks that it needs to do, which is hopefully not going to take all that long. Now, the other thing that I want to do is obviously I want to get the raking like underway, and then as soon as the raking is actually finished, we should, in theory, you know what? Actually, I'm going to stop that one right there, like that. And I'm going to do just another pass just here, but I'm going to move this one up to the top, because that should stop. I mean, yes, I know that we do keep firing the hired help, but they still haven't learned. So maybe we're going to have to take steps to educate them a little bit, or at least just give them a fighting chance to be able to keep their jobs. And we will start from this side, and that might allow them to sort of figure out which way is up. You know, just to help them out a little bit. I feel that maybe they need it. Maybe, just maybe, we're not being fair, and we do need to give them just a little bit of a nudge in the right direction on here. So if I set hired help going there, like that, just picked up the top line all the way along, and it should then go down through and finish off this field. Because the field is getting longer with each pass over that end rather than shorter, hopefully that will make the difference. So, we'll leave that one there, going where it's going, and then we're going to jump down to you. We want to get this one going as quickly as possible, and then as soon as the raking is finished, this tractor can then go back on the plow and keep plowing up the field over there. I'm just going to jump into here, and I'm going to press H, and it's decided that the helper is already finished. There we go. Now it moves into the correct bit over here, and we have got the first row complete. There. Highly efficient. Absolutely perfect, and not really doing. It's going to take a minute or two for it to kind of get started on this, but that's fine. We don't mind that. It can take a minute or two if that's what it needs. We just want it to get going. So it's going to do one pass there. I'm actually thinking it needs to now not turn round, but it needs to... I need to start from the... No, I can't start from the other end, because that's going to end up colliding with the fence. The fence would be in the wrong place. So I've got to allow it to turn around here, and then the next pass, it should go all the way across the field, but it might end up leaving a little tiny bit along the bottom end of the field. I mean, it'll be alright. It's not going to be out of the way of anything. But yes, it is definitely going to end up leaving a small strip along the bottom end of the field when it comes to doing the next bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop that one, and I'm going to turn around here like this, and I'm going to put this one running quite a bit lower down than the line would otherwise ask for. It's going to go to there, and that, I mean, it's still going to end up leaving a bit over the other end of the field, but I think it's not going to be quite as much. Okay, it's actually quite a bit that it's going to end up leaving over this end of the field. You look over there, see, it's got that kind of big step down. You know, actually, it's going to be alright. There's only one little bit that'll need to be tidied up later, and we can go and tidy that up without any major hardships. I don't think that's going to be a problem. You keep running along here. How much more have you got to do? Not very much. Yeah, that seems to be about... Yeah, that's fine. It's actually only going to be like 2 passes backwards and forwards the baler, even if we don't bother raking it. I just want to make sure that the rake does turn the correct direction once it starts on here, and then we can go and get the baler hooked onto the trailer down there. Actually, what I was thinking was maybe we could go and buy some cows. We got the $297,000 right here. That one's going right. That one is going the correct direction. So we jump down over to here. We've got everything in place for the cows. The only thing that we actually need to do now is get the cows into the pen here. Now, we got our baler there. We've got straw. What we don't have is loose straw. We've got no loose straw. We've only got baled straw. And someone was saying that they think you can't put bales of straw into the pen over here. You can only put loose straw in. So we'll find that out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here like this, and we're going to start buying our cows. Now, traditionally, it'd be black and white cows, wouldn't it? We would have black and white cows coming in. Holstein Friesians, that's the milk cows. And then you got the black ones. Brown and white is an Ayrshire, I think. That's South Devon. Sort of a South Devon sort of colour. Aberdeen Angus right there. Not really sure which ones we should be going for. I kind of like the idea of doing brown and white ones, the Ayrshire ones. It doesn't make any difference in this. It makes absolutely no difference whatsoever with non-seasons gameplay. So we're going to put 20 cows in here to start with. That's going to cost us $54,000 because it's 4,000 movement fee. So we will confirm and move those over like that. Now, if we have a look over this side, we've got water has been put in. We've got no water for them at the moment, so we will now add water into the pen like that. They've got a little bit of water. Then we can go in and have a look in here. The sheep, they're doing fine. They've got a couple days worth of food in there. Got 3. The chickens have got like 4 days worth. Water is filling up here, 6,000 litres. So we need to get a little bit in here. Now, feed them. They always need water and they need the bedding. So we need to give them some total mixed ration. Now, we've got total mixed ration mixing up down here. So we're just going to check on the tractor up here. The tractor is doing absolutely fine. So we're almost finished on the tedding. That is almost done. It's actually doing wonderfully up there. Just for once, everything is going swimmingly and going really well. That is amazing. And the raking is going very well as well. That is excellent. So we're going to jump down to you. And we want to be able to move a bale. Now, I do actually need the front grab to be able to do that properly. But I can do it with this one, actually. We can go and get a bale of straw using this one. And then we'll be able to move it over to the pen. But, of course, the big question is, can we put in whole bales? Or do we have to use the machining Modhub for moving bales? For shredding the bales. That's the one thing we're not sure of, is do we have to shred bales? Apparently we're going to be moving 6 bales all at once. I didn't mean to jump out of the tractor. We're moving 6 bales all at once. I'm not going to worry about putting the straps on just for this bit. This is a quick test to find out whether or not this actually works. So we will do it quickly because we've got other jobs that we want to do. And we need to find out if we can do this or not. Like, this is quite an important thing to find out. So we'll move you over to there like that. And then we will go like that over that side. And we will drop it in. Nothing. Nothing at all. Right. So we cannot put whole bales in here. This is a problem for us. Can't put whole bales in. That means that we've got to be able to put straw in. To be able to put loose straw in is one of 2 ways that we can do it. We've either got to go and get a traditional bale shredder. I'm going to unhitch that one. Actually, no, I'm not going to unhitch that one there. I can go and put the food in. We can go and do the food. That's not an issue. I'll bring you down over here like this, and I will unload those onto the trailer, and then I will unhitch them. Let's get some food in, shall we? We'll go and get this trailer over here, and we can dump in a little bit of the food that we've got lined up over this way. We need to tip out the corn here a minute. We need to be able to... you know what we need to do? Oops. We need to just fold that one back so that bad things don't happen to our poor combine. That is the last thing we're going to want, is bad things happening to our combine. Right. We tip out the corn, and then we can use this trailer to go and ferry over a little bit of food for the animals, which would be really, really good. They will at least have food. They won't have any bedding. We've got to do something about the bedding. And we can't put bales of straw straight into this trailer. We don't. That's not an option. We don't have the ability to do anything with the straw at the moment because we don't have any vehicles to do it with. We don't have any machines to do it with. We can get there's a couple of different options that we can get. Oops. Okay, I definitely... Oh, that reminds me. We tipped this tractor over and several, and then I said, what do we do about it? And then I completely forgot. So we're going to have to do something about that as well. We've got to do something about this tractor being tipped over. And I had an idea for this. Like, there was a lot of damage, potentially, that could have been done to the tractor tipping it over like that. And there was sort of no repercussions to it to start with, as though nothing had happened. But the tractor went upside down while the engine was running, which means that oil would have gotten everywhere. That could have done, it would have done a lot of damage to the engine, especially if it was left running for ages. And, essentially nothing happened. I didn't do anything to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to say that something bad did happen, but it took a little while for it to kind of filter through. So now the issue that would have arisen has now arisen, and we've now got our problem. Wow. I've only got 20 cows here. Look how much it's putting in already. I mean, it does take 6 days worth. That is only 20 cows, and I'm halfway through. I've got 32,400 litres in there for 6 days. Right, now times that by 10, and we're looking at over 600,000 litres of total mixed ration. If you times that by... that is insane. That is some insane quantities. It really is. So I do need to do something about this tractor and the issue that we had, and we could do something at the same time with we need to sell the tractor. Hang on, right, what we want to do is we want to take this one over to the dealership. That's the first thing we're going to need to do, is we're going to need to take this one to the dealership. Right, so we will jump out of the tractor like this, and we will go over here. So at the very least, it's going to cost us time, where we've got to have this one taken to the dealership to be repaired. Now, it was supposed to cost us money. That was kind of the whole idea, is that there should be a penalty for that. So it's going to end up costing us some money. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to move this tractor out of the way. We will put it back. We will take it back to the yard, but we're not going to do it just yet. We're going to just leave it over here out of the way for a minute, and then we'll come back to it. This tractor over here. Okay, fine. I'll go to the tractor like that. It didn't want me to go to the tractor. The Case IH Puma. Now, if I look in here, it's a medium tractor that we have right here. It's the Puma right there, and I've got the GPS on it. The engine is the largest engine setup that we could buy, and it was $225,500 to be able to buy that tractor. Now, if I take this tractor here as it is, and I take it back to the dealership over this side, and I sell it, if I go to sell, we'll repair right here. Value 36... Really? The value of that tractor is $36,900. Are you kidding me? That is all we can get for that tractor, is $36,900. That's ludicrous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Seriously, 36,000. I mean, yeah, I've got a couple of extras on here, but the $225,500 to buy it. I was thinking, we sell the vehicle, we buy it back. That's going to cost us 20 or 30 grand, isn't it? They're offering us 36,000 for the tractor. That is it. Just 36,000. That's insane. How? Well, we can't... We certainly can't do that. I cannot believe how much it has dropped. Like, the value of the... I cannot believe how much the value of the tractor has dropped. That was my idea, was to sell the tractor and then buy it back, and that would represent the cost of what we'd just done. But honestly, no. The cost of that is too high. We do need something to go over here with to take back to the yard to be able to feed the animals. We've got the animal ones right here. So we could use a well, that's a feeder wagon. Forage mixer type wagon there. Or we could use one of those. 25,000 that is, and we load the bales in and then it sprays the straw in. We load the bales into these and it also puts the straw in, but it does it differently. I think actually it'd be better to have one of them. I didn't really want to do it with these. I didn't really want to do it with those. But we'll do it like that. So we'll buy that one right there. Okay, we'll buy that. 25,000. And then I'll come back. And I'll go to the garage like this. And I want to look through the garage to my latest purchase, which is that bad boy right there. 18,750 if I sell that one. Now that is... Was it 25,000, wasn't it? So that's going to cost us 7,000 right there if I sell it. Sell that one. Okay. And then I go back into here and we'll buy it again. And that's 7 grand right there. I think that would be a suitable penalty. We buy that one there. 25,000. Okay, so we've now purchased again. That's cost us about 7,000. Right there. That's what we've ended up losing on that purchase right there. It's about 7 grand. I feel that is a reasonable amount of money to cost on something like that. You know, 7,000 to repair the damage that was done to the engine and also, you know, patching up the cab a little bit. Probably it would have cost a bit more than that, but we've also had to lose some time because we've had to bring the tractor all the way over here to the dealership in order to be able to get it repaired, and now we need to take it all the way home again. The next task that we need to do is get a couple of bales loaded into this machine. Now, I'm wondering... Well, obviously, we've got a loader tractor, and we can do it with the loader tractor, but I'm wondering if I can do this without using the loader tractor. This is a little challenge that I'd like to set myself today, is see if I can load this one up without using the loader tractor. I should be able to do it fairly quickly. That way we've got a bit of straw in for the cows. It's not going to be loads. It's not masses and masses of straw in there, but we have got a little bit of straw in for the cows, and that will keep us going just for a little while. You know, we can come back and we can do it with loaders later. But what I'm hoping is if I have the unloading of the trailer and position it just right over this one, the 3 of the bales will unload straight into this mixer. And that's all we need, really. If we can have 3 bales unload into this one, I don't need to do anything else. I can take these 3 bales and I can go and dump them straight in for the cows. It will make life nice and easy for us. So all we got to do is get this one home. We'll go right round the roads properly. We also need to get our small electric tractor back into the yard and get that one dealt with. But we'll deal with that a little bit later on. Now, we've got to remember, when we go flying off the end of the bridge over here, we do actually have to slow down. Otherwise, we're going to get into a spot of bother. Right? It's got a little launch ramp right here. There. See that little bit right there? We need to be careful going over that. The raking is doing really well. We've actually not got much left to do on the raking, and then that one will be finished. So we will have our loader tractor ready, waiting and raring to go. I'm still not going to do anything with it, though. I'm going to leave the loader tractor where it is. What I'm actually hoping is that loader tractor, I won't need to worry about spending time doing loader work. We can simply get that one straight back onto the plow and plowing up that field down there, because it's got to be plowed before we can do anything else. We've got we had corn in there, so So that means it's got to be plowed before we can go and do our next round of planting to try to get rid of some of the compaction in the soil there. It definitely needs a little bit of help. Right, we've got some nice, neat, straight rows all the way along the top there. We've also got our brand new bale shredder being brought into the fold over here. So I'm going to put the bale shredder right there like that. That's where I'm going to stop with that one. Then I'm going to spin round over here. I'm going to hook up the front weight, and then I'm going to hook up the trailer. And then we're going to... Right, let's hook you up onto there, and we'll go back this way, and we will... Oops, there we go. Right, hook onto the trailer like that. I need to get this one lined up. Ooh. Let's not forget that I've actually got bales on the trailer there. So, we want to get that one lined up reasonably straight with the bale shredder. But I need it to be so that I've got the inside edge of the bales going over the bale shredder and then the others not. Now, what I don't know is it going to, like, try to dump the bales into the middle of the bale shredder? Is it going to try and put them under the bale shredder? There are a number of unknown variables on this at the moment. Okay, the unknown variables did come into it a little bit, but that actually worked far more perfectly than I could possibly have hoped. That was absolutely beautiful. Right, I'm going to just unload those 3 bales onto the trailer like that, and then we will leave them there, and we will take these 3 over here. That was absolutely spot on perfect, that was. We could not have asked for better. So we've got 3 bales in here. They're 8,000 litres a bale. So all I've got to do is drive this one on round and unload it in for the cows. So we come over this way down here, past the sheep, then past the pigs. Over here, past the pigs. Has anybody ever played Past the Pigs? Old game, admittedly. Showing my age a little bit. Although they did relaunch it not that long ago. Basically, you got 2 small pigs, and then you roll them like dice, and you get different shapes that the pigs make. It's a brilliant game. It's an absolutely brilliant game. Get in the comment section and let me know if you ever played the game Past the Pigs. I used to love Past the Pigs. I think I've got a set somewhere. I don't know where it is. But yeah, you keep rolling the pigs until you either roll 2 pigs lying on opposite sides, and then you lose everything. Or you say, no, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to take all the points I've earned so far this round, and I'm going to add it to my score. And it's the first one to reach 100 points, something like that. Absolutely brilliant game. If you've never played Past the Pigs, what have you been doing with your lives? Honestly, what have you been doing with your lives? If you've never played Past the Pigs, you haven't lived. You have not lived. You have not experienced the thrill of Past the Pigs. There is a big chunk of your life that is missing right now, and it is down to you to rectify this situation. Okay, I'm blasting in straw like nobody's business. We've got... Wow, okay, we're going to end up putting a lot of straw in here. Because remember, we've only got 20 cows here at the moment. And I want to go and buy a whole load more yet. I want to get lots more cows. We could also save a bit of our money. And we could go and buy some pigs. I want to buy a load of cows now. And I'm thinking we can buy pigs at the same time. Okay, we've got 2 bales have gone in so far. And we are up to there on our straw. So we've got definitely room for a whole load more. I'm going to leave that bale right there for a minute. So we need a lot more straw than we've got right now. We need a lot more. We also need, well, let's get some more cows for a minute. If I go in here, I'm going with the brown and whites, I think. I like the brown and white. So we will move over a few of these cows right here. So I'm going to go... Well, actually, we'll just see how much money we've got. We got 200,000 at the moment. I'm going up to... There's 60 cows, and that's 108,000. That gives me 60 in total. There's another 40 cows coming into the fold. I don't know if I should do... Yep, we'll confirm that at the moment. Right. 100,000 in new livestock and 8,000 in movement costs. And then we can jump back into here. So now if we have a look at our cows, we've got 60 of them in there. We've hardly got any mixed ration in here. Reproduction rate hasn't yet been established. The only other thing that we've really got outstanding is to go and start getting some pigs. And I'm thinking that we should get some pigs, you know, with the 100,000 that we've got. I did say, well, that's yeah, on the other hand, cows, the more cows we get, the more milk we get. And getting the milk here is a really good thing because we end up, you know, it's milk. We make a lot of money out of the milk. If we can sell the milk because that's going to be what we'll be doing. We'll be selling the milk every morning. So we'll need to get the tanker up here so that we can start selling the milk, but we'll deal with that. Selling milk every morning. And then, right, I've got these short runs here, so I want to bring that one up over to here. Do I need to run a repair job on this baler? Speed it up a bit, or is 14... I mean, I know I'm in kph at the moment. There's a reason for that. I'm still doing my time-lapse recording. Yeah, we'll go. I will get more cows. I will get more cows. I did say originally that that's what I was going to do. I was going to just focus on cows, and we will deal with pigs afterwards because, you know, we get more money from the cows, basically. The pigs, you only get money back when you sell excess pigs. Whereas with the cows, you get money regardless of the extra cows. I mean, if we do reach 200 cows, we can sell some excess cows. But you still generate income by selling the milk from the cows. So I feel that it's probably better if we just focus on that to start with. Now, let's have a look at you here. There we go. 812. Repair that one. Right, I thought it was going a little bit slow. Let's see what it's going to do now that I've run a repair job on it. We are getting close to having to finish this episode today. But we've got enough time to go and do a little bit of baling. Go and test this bad boy out. So let's run back up into the field and we can do a run along the bottom edge of the field with our baler. Get that one in. Just make sure that all is running well with it. Bring you up round like that with our dual wheels running along it as well. And 16, 17. That's better. It's going faster now. Saying 16 kph. I'm pretty sure it was just doing 14, wasn't it? I mean, it's 7, 18, 19, 20. There we go. Now he's running along the flat, not pulling uphill. He's doing 20 kph. And he definitely wasn't doing 20 before. Not even going down the hill. The bales, despite being large, wide, square bales, are rolling down the hill, which is not quite what we want them to do, but hey-ho, we'll deal with that. And just wondering if I should go... No, you know what? We won't do a couple passes on that bit there. We will let the rake come down and just tidy that bit up at the end. We've got nice, long, clean runs here on the hay at the moment. So there's one run right there, and we can go up. I will go up by 4 runs over here. We will skip 3, and we'll come in on the 4th. Over this side, like this. There, and start picking all of that up. So we've got the little short runs over this end. Those have been missed, and Helper A has completed their task. I very much doubt that Helper A has completed anything, but it's decided that it's done enough for right now. We will go and deal with that one. Well, actually, we'll deal with that one at the beginning of our next episode. I'd like to get a few of these bales dealt with, actually. I'd like to get a few of these off the field. A few of them baled up. I mean, we're sort of ticking along at a reasonable rate right here. I don't think it's going to take all that long to complete the baling job. I mean, it's... Probably most of our next episode will be spent doing this baling. We've got our 60 cows down there. We will get more cows. I'm not going to get them just yet. I will wait until we finish the baling. And then... I mean, well, maybe we'll break up the episode a bit tomorrow so we're not just doing baling all of the episode. That might be a bit better. We can sort of take a break partway through and buy more cows. Add them to the pen. The other tractor is going to be busy. That one's going to have to just stick with doing the ploughing for a while. So we won't be able to do anything with that one. He's going to be otherwise occupied. Although at the moment, we need to get him occupied doing the rest of the raking. We've still got a little bit for it to do. And it's just sort of decided that it doesn't actually want to do anymore right now. It's decided to have a rest. Let's go and check on him a minute. Let's see where he stopped. He's actually done more than I thought he would. He's actually done quite a bit more than I thought he would. I didn't think that he would get this far, to be fair. Now, the problem is, if I start it there, it's going to probably try and turn around and go back across the field in completely the wrong direction. So what I will do instead is I will bring it to this point right here, and I will start the hired help going. And it will do that, and then it will run along here, just pulling out a little tiny sweep of it as it goes along, and then it moves into a slightly wider area, and we can let it go and do that. I will run back down to this tractor, and we'll do a little bit more while the rake is working up there. Get a few more bales created here. And then we can just sort of pop back up to the field just in another minute just to round out the episode and see how it's doing up there with the last little bit. It's also got those short runs to do the other side of the stone, but I'm not too worried about them. They're not going to take too long for it to figure out. And I'm hoping it can figure it out. Sometimes the hired help does struggle to figure anything out. It struggles to figure out which way is up and which way is down, and everything in between as well. But I've got confidence that it might be all right with it. Our calculation, by the way, down there with the cows, I said is going to need about 600,000 litres of TMR to fill up the entire trough, with TMR for 200 cows. 600,000 litres of TMR is going to require quite a bit of straw and quite a bit of hay and silage. So we've got a load of hay that we're making at the moment. We've already got lots of silage down there. Silage is not going to be much of a problem, I don't think. Hay is not going to be too much of a problem. We'll possibly have to do the next crop of this field as hay as well, so that we've got enough for both the sheep and the cattle. Although, our total mixed ration mixer machine that we've got down there is already got quite a lot of TMR in it. So I'm hoping that the hay will be reasonable. Because what I'd like to do is, if we can do our next crop on here as silage bales rather than as hay, if we've got enough spare to be able to do that, what that means is that we will be able to sell the next round of silage. We won't need to keep it, because I think we'll have enough food there already for the cows. So as we won't need to keep the next round of silage, there's a whole load more money that is going to go into the pot, which will not only contribute towards buying more cows, but will then start going towards buying in those pigs just to finish it off. And the idea is we have to fill every single pen completely to the brim with the food that they need. Now, that doesn't mean with the cows having to fill up with fresh grass and fill up with hay and fill up with the total mixed ration. It just means that we need to fill up the total mixed ration, because that's the only one they use. If we've got total mixed ration in there, it don't actually consume any of the other food that's in the pen at all. That they don't consume the grass or the other, so we don't need to worry about that. But we do need to have them fully bedded as well, and that means we're going to end up using a lot of straw also for the pigs. We may not have enough straw. I mean, our next crop is going to be a straw crop, isn't it? Well, I think it is, unless we're doing... What are we doing next? You know, I genuinely can't remember what I said we're going to do next. I don't remember if we're doing wheat or barley, or if we're doing a protein crop. I have no memory of this place. I have no recollection, no memory. Right, you are being excessively helpful right now, doing more than you need to do. You really shouldn't be doing this. Right, you really shouldn't. So what we'll do is we'll move you over. And I have gone way over time anyway, so we will start this one raking again in our next episode. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.